Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Loyani, and in the previous video, we introduced writable signals and created a search term in the products grid. In this video, we will use that foundation and add a product filtering with a computed signal. So let's go ahead and use the products grid, and we're gonna create a new computed signal. I'm gonna call this filtered products. So protected, read only, you already know the drill by now, filtered products. This is going to be a computed signal, so computed, and this is also being imported from Angular Core. Here, since this is a calculated value, we'll add an anonymous function, so we're not going to receive any parameter, and we're also going to add a body to this function. So first, I'm going to capture the trim value of the search. So const term, I'll access the search term. We will read the signal. To facilitate the search, I'll change this to lowercase, and because this signal is a string, we can use the toLowercase function that is part of the JavaScript API, and I'll also use the trim. Since we don't need this anymore, I'm just going to comment this out. If the result from this trim, it doesn't exist, so we'll just negate the term. We'll just return the existing products signal, which right now has 3 items. If there is a term that has been typed by the user, then we'll start our filtering. So we'll access the products signal, and because this is an array, we can apply the methods that are available from the JavaScript array API. In this case, we'll use the filter because we're trying to find values that matches our search. So basically in the filter function, we'll get each value. In this case, since each value within our array is a product, I'll just call it product, just so it's easier to read. And we're gonna add this arrow function, and we will check if the product name we have transformed to lowercase. I'm also going to use toLowercase here, so it's easier to compare in JavaScript. And because the toLowercase also returns a string, I'm going to use the includes, and the includes just returns true if the search string appears in a substring as the result. And what we are trying to search for is the term. So it can either be by name, or if we always would like to search the description, we can always include the description as well. So we're going to do the same thing, but we will use the description instead of the name. So the filter will also return an array, and this is exactly what we would like to capture within this computed signal. So basically the filter products computed signal will be either the products themselves, if there is no search that is being typed by the user, or it will return a filter list of the products. So the filter products is a computed or calculated state. It's going to read both from the search term or the product signal, and then it recomputes automatically when either one changes. So now if we go back to the browser and I'll search for headphones, nothing is happening because we have not updated our HTML. So let's go back and update our HTML as well. So we'll open the products grid HTML, and here we're going to make a small change. In the products grid, we're still displaying the list of products. Instead of products, now we have to display the filter products, because remember, if we don't have a search term, it's still returning the products. So I'll copy just to avoid any typo, and I'll also change a little bit the empty state. Instead of no products available, I'll just add no products match your search, and I'll remove this paragraph as well. Actually, I'll use a paragraph here instead of the H3. So the only changes we're making here are instead of products, we're using filtered products, and instead of the old no products available, we'll just update the empty to give the user a clear feedback. Let's go back to the browser. Since we have previously typed headphones, we already have one. So if we go back, we can see that the products are displayed again. And remember, we're searching on the product name and also on the description. If you like to, you can also remove the search term, just so this is a little bit more professional. So in this video, we created a computed signal. We have connected the grid with the computed data, and we have also updated a no results based on the empty state. For example, I'll search by an iPhone. We can use the same pattern for totals, for sorting, for grouping data, and other computed UI values. In the next video, we will implement the add to cart and introduce the output for the child to parent communication. If you are enjoying the series or if you have any feedback, please leave a comment. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.